Hi, Tom. Hi, Sherry. The allowable increase for residential tenancies is set every year by the Residential Tenancy Branch, and this is a division of the provincial government. The allowable increase is based on a formula that was set by the government, and the formula is the CPI index plus 2%. For 2014, landlords are allowed to increase the rent by 2.2%. In order for a notice to be valid, it must be delivered on the industry standard form, and it also must be given no less than 3 calendar months in advance. What this means for residential landlords is that effective October the 1st, your rent increase should be adjusted to reflect the 2.2% increase. Before giving an increase to a tenant, the landlord should consider the following. Are the current rents at or below market rates? Is a tenant a good, clean, long-term tenant that looks after the premises? What are the condition of the premises? If the tenant left, how much cash would you have to inject to re-rent space? If a tenant left, can you realistically rent the premises for the market rate you're asking? Your property manager can advise you on the best strategy to take. If your goal is to sell the property within the next 5 years, realistically, your strategy should be to maximize revenues and minimize costs, as the ultimate value of your property will be based on the net cash flow of the investment. If your goal is to keep the property as a long-term investment, you should still keep the rents at or close to market, but you might also want to consider the cost of vacancies and the advantage of having a good quality tenant in your building who will look after it. As a landlord, don't buy into the fallacy that you will lose tenants every time you give a rent increase. Lastly, the 2.2% increase does not apply for vacant units. If a landlord has a vacant unit, you could set the rent to whatever the market can bear. Good old-fashioned supply and demand. Next week, I will talk about the difference between a gross lease and a net lease and what it means for you as an investor. This is Rod Fram for Radio Real Estate.